Cool beans.
Oh wait, I don't need to move it.
No, you don't need to move
Hey
it.
guys, this is Lunchbox Stream again. I've got two Weeabos. Good friends of mine. This is my friend. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. This is a good friend of mine. Oh, I'm not even in the camera. It's a good friend of mine who got me into anime a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We were the last ones at the ACC meet, which are the videos you can see on my YouTube channel. And it was just me and him there. Then he just showed me all the animes, and I think they're wonderful.
Yeah.
And my grandfather watches anime now, by the way.
Oh, that's.
But introduce yourself.
I'm Matt, known as Star-Lord in most of his videos. I was introduced to anime at the young age of 4 by my father. My first anime that I watched was Evangelion, which is, if those who have seen it, is not a great show for a 4-year-old to be watching. Of course, all I saw was giant robots fighting alien monsters and blood and stuff going on in the background. I didn't understand the main plot of the storyline, or didn't understand the scene where he was masturbating and by watching this woman sleep. Didn't understand that at all as a young child. But yeah, Evangelion, that was my first anime.
I haven't got to that point yet. It's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, it will be on Netflix. It's the first time ever streaming, which is a big point for that anime.
Yeah.
I don't know who this guy is.
I'm his friend. I'm Trevor. I didn't catch Evangelion. I didn't watch that at all. But if we're going about first animes, the first one I watched was Weeabos, which is on Toonami back in like the mid 2000s. Just about a black dude with an afro who would fight evil with his nose hairs. And so absurd and just stupid. I love it, and that's what I'm hooked on. Just straight garbage. It's great.
That sounds like real anime garbage.
There's a character in that show called Fart.
Yeah, and he like farts, believe it or not.
Is this on Netflix?
No.
Nah, it was on Cartoon Network Toonami like a long time ago.
Does Viz have rights to that? Is it on Viz Media?
Probably.
Might be on Viz Media.
Is Samurai Jack considered an anime?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
How?
Because like
He's Japanese.
Not the art style though. It still looks like you're watching Dexter's Laboratory. He might be all Asian with his samurai swords and robes and stuff, but
It's because there's no anime boobs.
there are no anime boobs.
There are none.
There's no anime anything. He just looks like Dexter.
It
except
is.
swole.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Are you talking shit about Dexter?
I'm not talking much about Dexter.
No,
I'm just saying
Dexter's
it's
number
drawn by
one,
the
okay?
same guy. It's still a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Okay.
Like I'd say Teen Titans is closer to anime.
Even has a Japanese opening.
Had its inspirational roots.
Okay. Why don't you tell them about some anime? I'm going to go change real quick.
Oh god.
I'm trying to be anime.
Well, for starters, there are many different genres
It's a huge bag.
of anime that exist. The ones that I like to go towards are more serious note ones, like Black Lagoon or Black Parade, Death Note. I do watch a lot of the shonen ones though still, like the new one, My Hero Academia, Naruto, Bleach.
Hey Matt, what's shonen?
It's shonen? What is shonen?
It's
Okay, I guess
for
we're going to
kids.
talk individually on each topic. Alright, what is
You
shonen?
gotta explain it. Oh, shonen's it's a young people's anime. The young man who likes to watch superheroes go in and beat other people up. Kind of like today, if you were gonna watch Justice League or something, it's kind of like that, except they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah. And then there's also part because of the Shonen Jump series, mainly just.
Yeah, like comic books, manga. You read them backwards. There's one that comes out monthly called Shonen Jump, and it has exclusively those in it.
Yeah, I like them better when they're paperback, not when you went on online only. Shame on y'all.
Nah, that's fine. You gotta get it everywhere.
Another one, I guess you got what's the name for the series?
Bruh.
This is anime, right?
No,
it's budget anime. Like you're thinking of the little Katamagari things where they're dressed up like animals. That
Furries?
not furries. Nah, it's like they're like pajamas like that.
onesies,
but,
just flat out onesies.
You know what I'm talking about? Amanda and Sarah wore them that one time.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. But yeah, they're just onesies. They look like that.
We have a viewer, guys. Say hi.
Oh, hi to our one viewer.
Hello,
Thanks
viewer.
for showing up. You get the most of our love.
Technically, they get all of it. God, it is hot. This is why I wanted you to make it cold. I'm already sweating.
Well, yeah, that's like wool, fleece. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish it was. I think it's like polyester. It's
Probably,
soft though.
Well, as long as it's not a red rubber BB gun, so you don't shoot your eye out.
yeah.
I wish it was at this point watching the stream. I would if I was a viewer.
It feels like someone shaved a poodle.
More anime. How we doing with anime?
Real good.
I missed
We
it.
covered the shonen topic.
Shonen. Now, what is shonen?
Oh, we missed. You already missed that. We talked
It's
about it.
anime for the young men who like to watch people fight each other.
Now, what about the Kakumari?
Don't know.
Do what now?
It's the term, like, you know how, like, in America we have weeaboos?
Yeah.
Mm.
Over
Oh,
there,
Hikikimori.
Hikikimori.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, isn't
over
that
in
like
Japan.
a shut-in or whatever?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically a full-on shut-in who just basically stays home all day. It doesn't have to be
Well-
necessarily anime related, but
bet it
basically,
Because
they do steer more towards that.
Because I watched a documentary, and at the high point of it, the government did a research on it, and they had over 700,000 of them. And in Japan, that's a lot.
Yeah, because they're a small little country. It's
Yeah.
smaller than
They're the
Texas.
size of California with the population of half the United States.
Holy crap.
It's wild.
But yeah,
Expensive.
Hikikimori is basically a huge shonen who was really bad social anxiety. Pretty much, they would spend most of their times inside.
Well, it's because of the culture as far as not being able to get a job and how that's
Yep.
viewed by a lot of them.
Yep.
And even like my dad, he had a job. Like my grandfather worked for Raytheon at Texas Instruments at the age of 18, and he retired from there. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yep.
And over here, we handle it better culturally because our culture is very individualism. Over there, it's more, broadly community and stuff. And when they've done that, they feel like they've wronged their family name.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that here. If I had a kid and they just never left the house, like just didn't talk to people unless it was online, just sat around playing video games and watching anime or hell, even TV all day, get the hell out and get a job, man.
Dude, you
gotta
just described like
do
half the
something with your
population.
life.
If
Nah.
you want to know more about Hikikimori's, watch the anime Welcome to the NHK. It's good.
That's an anime
It's an anime.
about.
Not about
Hikikimori?
Hikikimori.
Yeah, there's a lot of them
Just
about
anything
that.
with Hikikimori. This one's more on the comedical side. It takes off on its own tangents throughout the show, but it's really good.
Like one of the more popular genres right now, which is called isekai, which is like where the main character gets moved to a fantasy world for whatever reason. Almost every single time, they're just a shut-in loser, and it's like, oh, I was on my way back home from getting a game when I got hit by a car. Oh, I went out this one time to talk to my one friend back from elementary school, and then I got stabbed or some stupid shit happened. But it's always a shut-in. It's never been someone who's like, oh yeah, I just lived my life. I was just doing me, and
The
here I
pillow.
am.
The pillow.
The pillow?
They'll grab the blue pillow.
Grab.
Oh.
Yeah, example.
Well, I mean,
Konosuba.
but it's too small.
Yeah, but Konosuba, one of those. ReZero, another
Ugh.
one. I guess just into fantasy world. I guess
There's so many.
Yeah, there's
like
so
it's
many,
bloated.
yeah.
There's at least 2 or 3 that come out every season, about 3 or 4 months.
that mask is from a shonen anime called Bleach. It's basically people fighting each other. Whoever bleeds the most wins.
Yeah.
The women don't always win.
Huh?
Oh!
Only if it's the right time.
It smells funny a little bit.
Yeah, it's been sitting on my shelf collecting dust for the past 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot.
Did you paint it?
No, well, Sharpie did.
Bastard. You creep me out, dude.
Oh, Cash just having a good time.
Yeah, he's giving everyone a bird.
Oh! Well, that's a cool cat. I kind of like him now. Hold on. It's cool. You're all right, dude. Now, what do you think about Netflix making their own animes? Do you think that? How do you feel
It's
about
partially they are doing. It's more of them buying rights to an anime than they are actually creating one. For example, Seven Deadly Sins, which is only streaming on Netflix,
That's a very good one. by the way.
is
It's
a
very
really
good.
good anime, but they didn't make it. they just basically bought the rights to it and are producing it, I think.
Yeah, producing it, it's straight up bullshit that they say a Netflix production. They didn't produce it, they just got the rights to air it. Otherwise, another company would have done it.
Netflix would have been doing a lot of times is with these artists, is they're giving them a budget and they're just saying, make us something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they didn't really produce it. They did give the funding for it, but they didn't produce it at all.
Now, I think some of the considered animes on Netflix that are made by Netflix are those mostly computer-generated ones. Like, I don't know what it's called. Like, Ajin. I think it's Ajin is one of them. There's a mech one.
What about that one I told you about that I really liked that I thought was like a series, but it was just one episode, one movie, and it had to do with the underground people living there, and the robots were trying to kill them. I mean, I know I'm describing like every anime, but
I don't know. I haven't watched all of them. I know you. Once I introduced you to anime, you just went home and watched everything they had on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched all the good stuff on Netflix. I can't wait for the angel thing.
Evangelion. Or Evangelion, as some people call it, but I slapped those people. Don't call it that.
Evangelion.
But no, like a lot of the stuff on Netflix, it's not made by them. Like, what they do is they'll get the rights to it, and then they'll wait for the whole season to come out, and then they pop it all off at once so people can binge it like they do on Netflix. But if you're like most other, I guess, weeaboos who like to watch the shit when it's happening and they want to talk about it, they get their... No, like, because Crunchyroll doesn't have it because Netflix bought the rights. So only Netflix can show it. Crunchyroll doesn't get to, Funimation doesn't get to, Hulu doesn't get to. But other people get on their peg leg, eye patch, and parrot, and you can go to a pirate website and you can sit there and just watch it as it comes out every day.
Because Japan is, making the anime, and they're airing it on one of their TV channels, weekly.
Really?
Weekly, like Seven Deadly Sins was in Japanese in Japan.
But I thought Crunchyroll generally had subbed and dubbed versions. And they
Crunchyroll has some dubs, but they mainly do subs, and they will do but they have to have rights to it. So unlike Seven Deadly Sins or Netflix adaptations, they can't air it at all. But yeah, they do have the majority of just sub animes. They're the next day, as they call them, like broadcast subs
Crunchyroll, it's the same day as, because they'll sign the deal.
An hour.
Yeah. They get the deal with them. The company sends them the raw footage like a week early or something. As soon as they get it done, they send it to them so that someone can sit down, translate it, and just type out subtitles. And there you go. Yeah. Delicious.
Yeah.
I've been a cream soda a long time. Well, they didn't have gluten in it, right?
Oh, I don't know.
If
you start dying, we'll know. He has to read it.
No, we're good. Oh, it says gluten-free on it. No joke.
God bless.
There you go.
Oh, okay. That would have sucked.
I haven't had this in a while. Maybe it was a bad thing that I haven't had this in a while. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, celiac disease. So.
Yeah, fun.
But, you ever been to, like, an anime convention?
Yes.
Oh, I've always wanted to go.
They're, Texas, there's about 3 big ones. The biggest one is Akon, which takes place in Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Yeah.
Lonely. Love Akon.
Yes.
The next one is in A-Fest, and that one's in Dallas. And then another one.
Wait, where is Akon at?
Akon was in Fort Worth. I think they're actually moving to Dallas.
Yeah, they're bringing it back to Dallas.
The 2019 one is going to be here in Dallas again.
Can we go to that?
Yeah.
We can make a video out of that.
I usually
totally could. There'd be some wild people. Like my first year, when I went to one when I was like 12 or 13, because I was working with my uncle, and I remember
that was the same year I went. That was the only year I went. When you were.
I went there like 6 years.
I think it was my freshman year. So whatever year that was.
Before that. It was like in middle school.
Was it middle school?
Yeah, because I remember I saw some chick who was cosplaying from a show that I didn't know at the time, and someone asked to take her picture, and I was just kind of sitting there like, all right. And she like bent over and started pulling her panties down to like below her knees and looked back at him, and I was like, I don't know what you're watching, but that's wild. And like,
what anime is that?
I need to know. Give me the sauce, boss. But yeah, I was like, huh. I should watch more of this stuff. It's wild.
Yeah. Now, have you ever seen that guy who made a full life-size Fallout
Oh, there's tons
power
of
armor.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff like that. There, you'll be people in full Gundam outfits.
Well, no, I mean the guy who 3D printed one.
No, I haven't seen that.
Well, I've actually got the STL file for it, and I've been meaning to print it for like 3 years now.
It's gonna take a while to print that.
He said it took about $1,500 in filament. That's
And
a
how many
lot.
man hours of his printer going?
I think it was like 20,000 hours.
Oh god.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of work.
You gotta do the calculation, but A-Con is in August.
Nah, it's in like April or May. It's at the beginning of the summer.
Is it the beginning of summer?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it was in June then.
Well, I just want to buy like a big 3D printer and
Yeah.
print it all out at once.
Good luck with that.
Hey, I've got the stuff to do it.
Huh?
Dude, they make printers that big now. Do you know that
I know they make over. How much money you got?
Well, no, you can make one. It's just simply
Oh,
going
yeah,
into
you use your
the...
other 3D printers to make it, and then you use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, there's people who bought a 3D printer, 3D printed out the parts to build a 3D printer, and then returned the printer and built the printer out of the 3D printed parts.
Bro, that's the future. That's what it's about.
The second biggest one is A-Fest, and I know that one takes place in the end of.
Beginning of fall, mid-fall.
Yeah, it's like right before school starts again for you people who go to school still nerds.
Yeah, for all the loser kids.
All the loser kids.
Yeah, the loser kids have to go to school.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I choose to. Damn it.
Who says the guy who's sitting in a room filled with anime?
Yeah, man.
Hey, there's not just anime.
You just gotta be
There's
not
more.
weird about it.
Yeah.
You gotta be a socially adjustable human who
I'm-
loves to talk about whatever.
Wait, speaking of that, a lot of anime has become more pop culture now. For example, Dragon Ball Z is huge now in America and in Mexico. And,
Especially in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, they live streamed the final episode in like a stadium, I think.
yeah.
And it's wild. They got the movies shown in just straight up theaters.
Yep.
Like that Dragon Ball movie that's out right now, that's been in theaters for like 2
The
weeks.
Broly one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like y'all went and saw that like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. About
It's still in theaters.
the buttons where your elbow is.
Man, they got a Halo anime that came out a long time ago.
Yeah, Halo Legends.
Yeah, the movie.
Dude, it's so boss, man.
He's playing with
I mean-
toys.
Look at this.
No, where your thumb is.
Got all the fun toys.
Spoiled brat. Dude, if I was a kid and I got this, I'd never put it down. I'd bring it. I would tape it to my.
I was
arm.
a kid. I was a full-blown adult and said I want that. Just
There's no problem. I want it now, man.
This is rad.
This was my favorite gun in Halo. This is what I used all the time.
Yeah, 'cause it makes stuff explode.
Well, I would just run up and like, hit the guys in the stomach and then dip away so they wouldn't be shooting at me, and then they.
The best thing is that when you have party mode on Halo 3, the kids go, yay! And confetti flies down whenever you hit a grunt in the head.
Yeah, the birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm waiting on that next one to come out. Announced it last year, but it just nothing else. Just hey, look at this trailer.
Yeah, it's him holding a helmet.
I need another one.
I'm just gonna make a video on all the stuff. I can't pick it all up.
It's
like way too much stuff.
Doing it later.
We just need to make a joke one and like get a spinning table. And then be like,
Lazy Susan.
and then like this, like with a piece of wood or something, to be like,
Oh, a
this
showcase.
is from this much. They do like the late night jewelry channel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking HTC, whatever. The shit that steals money from old people.
Yes.
They think they need it. They don't. House is full of garbage.
Oh.
Oh?
You ever see those info? This is off anime topic.
Obviously.
You ever see those infomercials with, like you can go to the compilations on YouTube and it's like white people can't do this or like do whatever, and it's just when they're showing a product and it's like
Oh yeah,
black
they
and
knock
white.
something over.
And like
yeah.
like if I was to pour that cream soda and I just
And it plays
dropped it or I just poured it all over the table.
Yeah.
You know most of those products are actually for disabled people.
Oh.
Think about it. The reason they can't do those simple tasks, like the what is the one blanket that
The Snuggie?
Snuggie?
Yeah.
That's for people in wheelchairs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then all the other ones, if you look at them, they're actually for disabled people, but if they can't just market it to disabled people, because that's like that much of their population, but it's actually all those products are designed for disabled people.
Okay.
A majority. I didn't know that, but when you see all those people who can't, like the grandma shaking or whatever, it's because it's for disabled people.
So you told
I'll
me
still
to feel
laugh.
bad if I laugh? Okay, about to say, you told me to feel bad if I laugh now?
No. No, this stupid people can't do that.
God, what a fucking retard. He's actually retarded, though. Shit.
He can't pour his own orange juice.
My bad.
You can't eat gluten.
Piss off.
I don't think there's a thing for that, though.
No, there's not.
I had some Oreos today that weren't Oreos. They're gluten-free. They taste pretty
They're probably the original Oreos, because the original Oreos ripped off another brand and became the top brand.
Yeah, well, they got fried Oreos at Sonic. That's what I was doing last night. You like dip them in ice cream? It's like $3. It's like, yeah, get a little bite of the state fair at home.
Oh my gosh, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die someday. It's just whether you have fun on the way there.
Yeah, but having fun, like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I watched My 600 Pound Life recently, and it was horrible. I mean, this dude, like, was on the bed, and he was legit. He was over 600 pounds. He was up close to 700 and something. And, like, to eat, like, his wife was, like, 498. And she wobbled like horse. Like she couldn't walk 10 feet without having to stop and like, give me a minute, But she'd bring him a platter of food, and he'd roll over on this bed, and it was just like, just things flying.
Just Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, and just watching him eat. I mean, it was just like ugh. I just like. That's another reason I'm actually kind of glad that I found out that I can't eat gluten, because I've lost like 20 pounds in a month, and I'm just steadily losing weight just from not eating it.
Dang.
So I've been eating a lot of dehydrated foods and stuff like that, but you'll already know that because of my video on it.
Yep.
The fast food video.
Last time.
That video did not turn out like I wanted it. I tried to make it funny, but anyways. Anime.
Yeah, we were talking about pop culture.
We're talking about pop culture.
Dragon Ball Z references in now modern society.
Yeah.
Where like pretty much everyone I know who goes to the gym or something has a Dragon Ball Z workout shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Or says I'm a Super Saiyan.
What is this?
Yeah.
This is from My Hero Academia. This is
Is it on Netflix?
No. It is on Funimation / is it?
And Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Do they still both have it?
No, they broke up. I mean, they both still have it.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean. Like, are they still kind of sharing that one, or is it?
Yeah, they both have rights. They both share.
Okay.
It's on both. Depends if you want to watch it in English.
It's basically the top anime that's out right now.
I don't watch anything subbed, only dubbed. Ugh. Dude, if I want to read something, I'll grab a freaking book. Okay.
I read it and watch it. That's why.
No. You're not. You can't multitask.
All right. We're gonna get to this topic right now. All right, you guys. Sub or dubbed anime? Which one's better? Go.
To the one person.
Stream so laggy. Why? Where does the soda go? Where did the soda? The soda's. What?
You drink it all.
He drank all the soda.
You downed it.
The stream's laggy because we got some booty Wi-Fi, but we make it work.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I should have just recorded this and then posted it.
No,
I just posted it on Twitch.
It'll still have a.
This recording.
Yeah.
This recording on my laptop will be smooth.
Yeah. All right.
It's those infomercials, bro. Hey, Richie, is it still laggy?
Oh. He's typing. He's cranking.
Yeah, it's really laggy.
Bad, so sad.
Yeah, I am so sad. Because it's like
Dream's not alive anymore.
audio is nice, but the video is choppy. Yeah, it's because he's got 12.
Yep.
Yeah, Richie. By the way, he has fiber here. He has fiber, and he gets 12 megabits per second. Just I know you're a network guy, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, if you're a network guy, it's because the channels are overlapping. Everyone's not using 1, 6, and 11. We got motherfuckers on 5, 7. We got people running 40 megahertz trying to run the whole spectrum down. It's foolish. Doesn't make sense.
It's hurting me.
It's hurting everybody. They don't know better.
He said, "What the autism?"
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Dude, Richard, have you ever? No, you've never been here. Hold on, can I grab that Christine car?
You can grab whatever you want.
Oh well, hell, hold on, beat my bag.
Can't keep it. I think that's signed by just about everybody that was involved most.
It's signed.
Oh yeah, everything in there is signed.
Dude, this is the Christine car that's signed. Oh, the light's terrible.
Bro, I got a flashlight. Hold on.
There might be a light board down there.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that dope?
You need that?
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Great movie. Ugh. It's about car guys and horror people alike.
What if I don't like either?
Dude,
Then you're a piece
horror.
of shit.
Dude, no, look. Legit.
I can't say I go to a horror expo without emphasizing the horror sound. If I say I went to a horror expo, you'd be like, "You went to a what expo?" No, a horror expo. It's just like
You know
Hold on,
horror. Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No, dude, Christine, the car, think about it. It's the perfect car. You never have to fix it.
Yeah,
It's gonna always protect you, and it loves you.
it's
But you never have to fix it.
yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
It fixes itself.
It fixes itself.
Yeah. The only thing I gotta do is put gas in it still.
You gotta love it,
Bitch.
bitch.
Thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Wishes his truck was like that, don't we all? Is Pokemon an anime?
Yes.
Pokemon is an anime. Come
Yes.
Straight out of Japan.
Yeah.
All the kids don't know it, though.
Yeah.
They're all low-key weeaboos.
Cool
They
thing
just don't
about
know.
that.
Oh my gosh.
There,
He's right. I never thought about that.
that is one of the few Americanized animes that we kept the name. Well, we kept like the Japanese version of the name. The name translates to pocket monsters.
Yeah,
Pokemon. The reason why we didn't call it Pocket Monsters in the U.S. because we already had like I think a toy line or some other thing. It's called Monster in My Pocket. You know, it's too close. Yeah, exactly. But,
I got one of those.
but so for
Look at
obvious
yourself.
reasons why they didn't go with that, they call it Pokemon.
It's a mainstream anime, is what he said.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Wait. No, don't you watch anime? Like a lot of anime? Richie?
what a nerd, he watches anime.
Is that an anime on your shirt?
No,
Blink
this is
182.
Blink 182. This is
I
a
couldn't see
band.
that.
Yes,
I've never
sir.
heard of her. I've heard of Blink 182, okay.
I was about to say.
Goblin Slayer? You
Goblin
watching it?
Slayer.
Yeah,
that is a
we-
great.
Yeah,
All right,
Goblin
once
Slayer's
if
pretty
you
good.
can get past the first episode, just because of how fucked up it is a great anime.
What's wrong with the first
It is.
episode?
It's an anime for edgy people because it's
It
just,
literally says it has like that disclosure message right at the beginning, like South Park has, where it's like
Also,
contents may be disturbing.
yeah,
Ooh,
is
is
what
this
it
on
says.
Netflix?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, guys, come on.
Bro, no, Netflix
You
is
need to
booty.
get
They
some
don't
other
need to have any
streaming
of it.
service.
Dude, no, I don't. Dude, Disney has one, Hulu, Netflix, A&E, like every channel has their own streaming
Yeah,
service.
that's so you don't have to get cable anymore because cable's dumb. You drop
Yeah,
like 50
yeah,
bucks
but
a
if-
month for shit you don't watch.
Yeah, but on cable I have 60 channels. If I have a $5 or $10 subscription to every one of these things, if I have just 5 of them, that's half of it already. That's just 5 channels.
Don't get all of them. If you want to watch some anime, you either get Crunchyroll or Funimation.
Or
Boom.
you get VRV, which has both, and it's cheaper than having both of them separately.
Yeah, but I mean that's if you want both.
That's true.
What's wrong with having both?
I mean,
Well, you
because I
don't
like
watch
both.
subs, so there's no point in you getting Crunchyroll.
Like-
you just want to get Funimation. But with getting Funimation,
Well, Crunchyroll does have English though, right?
no,
Very few.
very few. Like,
Oh, hell
like,
no.
like 5.
Yeah. Like what used to happen, Crunchyroll and Funimation used to be like in a collaboration where they just shared all their shit. They just stuck both their libraries together
okay.
and said have fun.
Goblin Slayer you need to see, and One Punch Man. I can show you the way Buddha. It's because the goblins rape and mutilate a party of adventurers.
Whoa, man!
And-
Spoilers.
Yeah,
And
spoiler
that's
alert.
a done-ton show how terrible the goblins too. That's what made the SJWs triggered about it.
Oh, dude, yeah, a lot of people got really pissed. Not pissed, but upset. Like, I can't believe this is what gets anime popular nowadays. You just show someone getting raped or dying and just, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. It's like, nah. There's a lot of shitty anime like that, and it's like, oh, great, another one. but it's got to look good. The storytelling's got to be done well.
One thing I'm not liking though in modern animes right now that they're doing is when they switch from the cartoon-esque to it and go to like the computer generated characters.
Yeah,
I don't like CG
in
stuff.
the background and stuff. In Goblin Slayer they did it like it's hard to tell on just like the body parts and stuff.
Because they did a good job.
Yeah, but when they do, they can't animate fur for some reason right now.
Well, no, because then you got to put in the little textures.
Yes, I know they can't do it on when they do the computer generation versus the drawing ones. Because in Goblin Slayer, he has the fur around his neck.
Yeah.
And you can tell when they switch from the different art styles because just off of that. And I'm just like, I just don't like inconsistency.
Money doesn't grow on a tree, man.
I don't.
They got a week to animate that shit. They can't just be like, keep going, man. They're gonna get carpal tunnel. Their hands are gonna break.
Well, they don't even draw really anymore on paper.
The
It's
knees
all
are fragile people. Everything they do is finally done.
really fragile. So we bombed him twice.
Jeez.
That's what the radiation did, man. Alright, so guess it's kind of a meme, but someone was saying the murder, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand back in the 1910s that started World War One. Because World War One started World War Two.
Where did I see this? Where did you see this?
Oh, did they
saw
say
it
the
on
anime started because of
that? Because that guy died. Because one guy was assassinated back in like 1910.
That started anime.
That started anime.
No, it wasn't anime. It was the other thing.
Because after like they had to rebuild their whole society, anime came out.
I remember watching something about.
It was on Reddit.
It was after the bombs were dropped and everything, and there was something. The government did something. It was America who imposed.
All right, because America sat there and was like, "You need to chill out."
Well, yeah, that and they said no more like propaganda.
And America took control, and we brought our Western comic books to their society, and they're like, "Hey, these comic books are pretty cool," and they started making their own manga.
Better, just like they do everything else.
They started making their own manga, but then there's Japan banned all forms of like pornography. Is what happened.
Hey,
as protest. The Japanese people found a loophole and started drawing out these images of women getting sexualized by inanimate objects or the tentacles, which is what began hentai.
Hey, what about The Last Exile? Anime?
Do you know that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Let's see if I know that one.
Yeah, I heard that the anime called Last Exile was good, and it has CGI integrated well. He didn't know what he's talking about. Shut up,
maybe
Richie.
he does. I think Goblin Slayer did it
I've
fine.
seen this. I've seen.
But like Overlord, apparently they did something in their last season, and it was just straight garbage.
Oh, another version of bad, and this actually got a lot of people mad, was because of what of a famous anime this was Berserk, in the newest series where they did a bunch.
Yeah, and his like neck was gone or like way too thick or something.
Yeah, and people are like,
fucked up.
"What are you doing?" Yeah, Berserk is another really good classic anime that also has one of the famous rape scenes in it.
It was supposed to be really edgy.
Yeah.
But then they shit it, and no one watched it.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
The newest version of it.
Garbage.
Watch the original if you're gonna watch it.
Oh, so it's kind of like Star Trek versus Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Or like Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 3, the female one. Like it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
You know they're making a new Ghostbusters, right?
They are with the original cast, minus a few.
Well, I thought it was just -1 because he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
That and the director of it was actually the original director's son, and he said that the female one never happened.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the story.
It's not canon.
It's not canon.
It's not part of it, and that pissed
oh, there you go.
so many people off.
I guess when we talk about that, that's kind of an anime. What is canon and what's considered?
I mean, it's also
why we call it canon? All right.
I don't know why.
What do you mean?
I know why they call it canon.
What are you saying?
I'll explain it.
What canon is something that happens in a series. However, after it happens, so you know what, that actually didn't happen. Ignore it. None of that happened.
Oh, the Star Trek film. Or Star Wars.
It's
Dragon Ball Z
and
then Dragon Ball
no, that's
GT.
canon still. Like the Star Wars stuff, that's all canon because like it actually happened. Like this happened in the Star Wars.
When
universe.
Disney bought Star Wars, there was something Disney said that like all the books and I think a couple of the movies were considered folklore and they weren't part of the story.
I know mainly the books, but I don't know about any of the movies. Maybe probably the two just cartoon animated ones that came out before the Clone Wars series on Cartoon Network. Those two probably are the two that.
I kind of want to see the really old Star Wars again, with Jar Jar Binks.
This fool has never saw a Star Wars movie, and then I showed him all of them. So
Oh, yeah, that was like 2 years ago when they started making them again.
Yeah.
No, you need to sit down and watch them all.
Have you ever seen Star Trek?
Star Trek?
Yeah.
You've seen probably the newer ones.
I've seen the newer ones. I haven't seen the older ones.
You haven't seen the older ones?
Yeah, man. May the force be with you and shit. No, but
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
with the swords.
Hello,
Dude, you've never seen the old Star Treks?
No.
Like, oh, dude, I think
Live long and suck it.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
dude.
seen Star Treks. I know you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite generation? Mine's Next Generation.
Yeah, I like Next Generation.
Captain Picard.
Yeah.
Dude, I think you'd really go on Netflix and just watch it and get a chance. Take a break.
If you are gonna do this, watch the
Next
Next
Generation.
Generation. It's
Do
a good
not-
start one.
Only watch the very first one, the Star Trek original, after you've watched like 4 or 5 of them.
So you can deal with the cringe.
Yeah, because, but there are a lot of things if you watch the original that you catch throughout. Like when they go back in time and stuff and go forward.
Overacting of social situations.
I know about that.
Well, like when you watch the originals, like they're all toggle switches and stuff. I love it. Like when we have spaceships, we're gonna have toggle switches. You know the thing I have in my car to turn on my headlights?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mean to disappoint you, but the only way I'm probably gonna watch that is if it's at Matt's house, because otherwise, all I watch is anime pretty much exclusively. Like movies, dude. Like, you seen this movie before? He didn't show me. I probably haven't seen it.
Wow.
I watch that shit the day it comes out. When I get
Holy
home,
crap.
I'm gonna watch One Piece. I'm gonna watch Sword Art Online. I'm gonna watch. There's one more. Ooh, Kaguya-sama.
Dude,
How
One.
is the new Sword Art?
I love my rom-coms.
Is the new Sword Art good?
Sword Art Online?
The new one. Alright.
It's
The
good.
new one?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Like people talk shit about it all the
Well,
time,
yeah.
but
What
compared to
do
the
you
first
mean
one, I
new?
liked it.
The
Is the new one out?
newest season.
I mean, literally an episode came out a few hours earlier today.
Like, is this something that's not on Netflix?
It's not on
Not on
Netflix.
Oh man, is it still the original characters in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dude, I gotta watch it.
What's
He
his
goes
name?
back
What's
in.
Kirito?
Yeah, cute. Alright. Funny,
Kirito?
Yeah.
funny thing about that.
Kirito.
Sword Art Online is a
Kirito
much
is-
hated anime.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
people hate the shit out of it. They,
Why?
I don't know. They rip into it.
It's good. I like it.
I don't, something about him
That's
being
the-
too boring, or
Look, before you even told me about anime, before we even had that conversation, my grandfather at Thanksgiving came up to me. He's like, he's been retired for a couple of years from racing. My grandfather, he's like, was he like 68 or 72 or something? He's old. He's like, so I've been watching a lot of anime, and I was like, wait, what? What? Yeah, I don't watch that, but at this point, I don't watch. I never, I knew it existed. And he's like, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Sword Art Online on Netflix. I was like, Sword Art Online, huh? Okay. He's telling me, I was like, Grandpa, what are you doing? Should you be watching like, I Love Lucy and
Golden
Leave It to
Girls?
Beaver and stuff. But
Brady Bunch?
when I brought up, by the way, he loved Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay.
He said it's really good anime.
That's a
And I was
stuff
like,
love
do you
it.
watch it with Mimi? He's like, oh, no.
every time he's caught in the field.
Yeah, he's got like, I guess, I don't know where he watches it. I don't know, people like takes on his phone and goes outside, smokes on his pipe. He's watching it like, what is it? Nothing.
Sword Art Online has become a much hated anime, especially in Japan. That they actually use they use the main character's name Kirito as slang for a person who watches bad anime.
What?
So if you say we're watching bad anime, or people assume what you were watching was bad anime, they would call you a Kirito.
That's fucked up. It ain't that bad.
It's not that bad.
All it is every
Last-
video gamer's wet dream.
The Last Exile.
Being stuck in a video game and actually dying.
Hell yeah.
The Last Exile is a
I
steampunk
guess if
style
you're,
with airships
millennial,
and
that
stuff.
is a really good thing.
Well, not necessarily dying.
Hey, what?
Yeah, I see.
do you-
I know. I know what you're talking about.
Hey,
I've
do you
seen
speak?
them.
Do you speak anime? Because I don't know what this is.
What is it?
Ugh.
Oh, hit my.
Real.
Oh my wa mo shin deru. Nani? And then someone fucking dies. I don't remember what anime it's from. Oh, Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one motherfucker, he'd be like, oh, my fist or some shit, and he'd punch someone, and then they'd be like, that did nothing to me. How? Oh, and then they fucking like blow up like a balloon.
You're already dead. And they'd be like, what? But in the translation, the Japanese is what he just wrote.
Yeah. The person fucking like explodes.
You're already dead.
Like literally explodes. Blood everywhere. Explodes.
And don't forget Initial D.
Initial D.
Initial D. I did see that a long time ago. I love Initial D.
Because you're a car guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Same
like the Toyota Corolla AE86 before I even heard of Initial D because it's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. There's such thing as
The
a drift
Futo?
tax.
Dude, I got the Futo in Grand Theft Auto 5. That's the only thing I ever drove around, and I loved it. And I googled it. It's like, I want this car in real life.
But there's a drift tax on it. Drift tax, so it's appreciated so much.
Dude, I found a rusted out one with no motor or training for like $5,000, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yep.
And I found
Drift
out
tax is
Initial
real.
D through looking up a Toyota Corolla AE86.
Okay. Deja vu. Space.
Higher than you know.
And don't forget about Initial D right in the 90s and Deja Vu for anime memes.
Yes.
Running in the night.
Guys, we've been live for 44 minutes already.
Ooh, cool beans.
15 more minutes.
Talking's easy peasy.
Unless y'all want to go longer than that.
Alright. Oh, go as long as you want.
Man, it's your stuff.
But back on topic, what I was saying earlier, shipping is a thing in anime where people of human society will find characters in an anime that they want to become into a relationship.
Oh yeah, they say shit. Fuck.
Do you know about the Final Fantasy VII house?
No.
You've never heard about that? You need to look it up on YouTube. You ever heard of Down the Rabbit Hole, the YouTube series?
Yeah.
He did one on the Final Fantasy VII house.
Okay.
And this chick who believed she was a character from the game, and she is insane. And she bounces from like these people's houses. She uses them and everything. Like, it is a horror story. It's a horror story.
Dude, some of these people are fucking wild.
Dude.
Like, the kids who watch Naruto back, like even now, you run around with their fucking arms back and shit like they were ninjas. Oh, it was a bad time. It was really
but didn't they have like
hard
those
to
Facebook
watch.
events where people would meet up in parks and
like a year or two ago? That was just for the meme. That's because it was
Yeah.
funny. But like back when people still like had hostility towards anime, call them Narutards.
Narutards.
They call people Narutards and just watch them run down the street, their arms behind their back, thinking they're going fast.
So, I have a question. Do you guys identify as weeaboos? Because by the term, definition-wise, I mean, you haven't tried to talk Japanese, but you did just read that and knew what they were saying.
Because it's the meme.
It's more of
I've seen that clip hundreds of times. Like he's, Omo, Shinjuru, cuss the other guy, Nani, and scream, and he explodes. But,
There's a lot of JoJo references now. They use it a
JoJo.
lot in JoJo memes. But no, mainly because the only thing I'll probably use is just because it's been Americanized, which is sayonara, which is what everyone says, even though they don't know it's Japanese or not.
Because you're not technically weeaboos.
Yeah.
Because you don't denounce your own culture, right?
Yeah.
fuck no, I'm gonna go get some Oreos after this. Some deep fried Oreos. Texas State Fair, hell yeah.
Okay. You ever seen Filthy Frank's weeaboo video?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a rite of passage.
You
You have
ever seen the vegan one?
to. No.
Oh my gosh, I love the vegan one. We can watch it later, but basically a vegan breaks in and forces Frank to eat a vegan sandwich.
Oh.
Like, violently eat the sandwich. And he's like, oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. How much is this? Oh, $14. And then he loses his mind.
God damn.
Man, dude, I got a blister.
Oh no.
Hard working, dude.
Yeah.
I work hard. But
Have you seen my arms and hands?
oh my
Yeah, you
gosh, I
cut
just realized how
yourself.
white you are.
I know, right? Just like, put my hand in front of my shirt, my arm disappears.
Da-da-da-da.
Boom.
Am I darker than you? Yep.
Yep. I stay inside too much.
Watching anime.
Watching anime.
But
It's a struggle.
a ship is what people outside of the creators
You gotta take
want to happen.
I'm getting hot.
But what takes down
Can you
ships?
take it off on stream?
Ooh. What takes off ships are
Yeah, dude. You
cannons,
should walk over there and just be like.
which is why it is called canon.
Oh wait, no, he's not wearing anything under it.
Oh God! Oh,
My
please
eyes.
cover your eyes. Don't look, cat.
Alright. But What else about anime?
Oh, they're finally getting hopefully a good live action adaptation with Alita. I'm hoping good things from it.
What do you
Is that
think
anime?
about the
Yeah, Alita.
Bleach live one?
Because it was made in Japan, it was good.
Didn't watch it.
Just because it was made in Japan?
You look at the American live action adaptations, they've been a huge clusterfuck. Forever. Ghost in the Shell, Death Note.
I mean,
They just haven't been good.
they get mad at people for whitewashing it, but I guess because it's in America, like, of course they're going to be white. But
It's not even that. It was just all around just wasn't that good.
Can I be
it's
honest?
changed a lot of stuff. I don't know.
When I watch live
Always.
adaptations and they actually have Japanese people in them, it's really weird. Just like Full Metal Alchemist.
You watched the live action one?
The seeing a Asian guy with obviously a blonde wig or whatever.
Yeah, he's
It
supposed
just-
to be white anyway. He's supposed to be German.
That's what I'm saying. It looked bad. You know what I mean? Like if they would have just put a white guy there, it would have made sense. Like a lot of anime, they don't exactly look like Asians.
Well, like a lot of them, they're
What are
made.
you saying, man?
Well, yeah. Well,
Anime people usually have,
well, what are you trying to say, bro? Well, why don't you give a visual representation to the camera what you're trying to say?
well, they don't look like that.
That's a cat.
Yeah, man, that's a cat. It's not a person. Of course they don't look like that. What are you talking about?
Man, how do I go around this some more? No.
You can't. You really can't.
I'm gonna circle it a couple more times.
But no, I get you. Well, they look like that in anime so they can show more expressions.
Because
their
they're
eyes
also-
are so big and their
also,
mouths are so
yes.
big.
They're also taking place. Not all anime is taking place in Japan. It's also taking like futuristic societies or other worlds. So they're different races. Like Full Metal Alchemist, for example, was in an alternate universe of during World War II, of if society went towards more of a
Militaristic.
well, we went more alchemy versus machinery. So like, there's actually a movie you can look at the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood movie touches on this hugely.
Full Metal Alchemist.
No, that movie was bullshit.
It's not
That's
canon,
right.
but it just
Watch
gives
the show
it's just to
first.
give us this society.
Not even that it wasn't canon. Like, it could be canon. It just took place after everything else did.
Yeah.
It was weird. I didn't
But
like it. There's no alchemy. There's no magic.
yeah, exactly. So
There's
that was
people
the,
with
it was
guns.
basically if our world had alchemy during World War II era versus what we actually had is what that takes place in. So it's in Europe. He's white, blonde hair. He's brown eyed.
See, that makes
White
even
boy.
less sense than why the live adaptation was of a
Because
Japanese
Japan
guy.
made it. It's fine. But no one's gonna hate it because they did that because Japan made it.
But if America made it,
If America made it,
it's racist.
and yes,
Yes.
yeah.
it doesn't make
It
any
is
sense.
a toxic.
And isn't
environment.
Japan like the most xenophobic country in the world, just about?
Yeah.
I think only like
They're very racist to black people. If you watch any anime and see
Oh,
any
holy moly. Have you
any
seen-
representation of a black person, in
And isn't, like, only,
The
like,
Promised
le-
Neverland that came out this season? Have you watched that?
no, I haven't.
Well, they got some black lady in there. She's like racistly black, like
racistly
huge,
bad.
thick lips, crazy
All right.
hair, and she's like running.
If you've
these
seen the
kids down.
Boondocks, American animated
Now,
show,
is that American?
That is American,
Yeah.
but the style or some
Yeah.
of the people who animated it also did
Afro Samurai.
anime. Afro Samurai, Samurai Champloo.
Afro Samurai is voiced by Samuel motherfucking Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson did anime.
Really?
Yeah, he did the voice for an Afro Samurai.
Oh, dude, that sounds kind of.
Have you seen his interview about
You can
anime?
watch it later.
No, I haven't.
Oh, they were like, does Samuel L. Jackson like hentai?
No, like
Oh,
no,
was he like
anime.
anime?
And he goes,
He says, yes.
yeah, I like anime. I like hentai too.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's like, yes, I do, and hentai too. And it's like, oh my
Oh,
god.
Jeez.
Samuel motherfucking Jackson. But Yep.
Any other questions?
I guess we get more to what is fan service.
What is that?
We don't need to worry about fan service.
Well, it's a thing. It happens. Or etchiness.
It's just they
Etchiness?
put titties in anime
Or-
so people watch it.
Yep.
Like there's some shows where it's just baseless fucking garbage. You're like, there is nothing I'm getting from this.
There's
The
no
story
plot.
isn't good. The only reason the art is good is so they can have ass and titties, and they do that so it holds an audience. And people just stare at tits for 20 minutes and say, I like that show. I'll be back next week. And that's it.
Hmm.
It's usually one guy and like a bunch of girls.
A harem
And the girls
anime.
add on each time. It's like, oh, this week I met Sasha, and then next week I met Hiyori, And you know what? They're both cool with me feeling about and just being all about it because that's what this anime is about. It's like if Hugh Hefner was an anime.
It's like softcore.
Yeah.
Depends.
There's... Japan lost their filter where they were just flat out stream whatever without showing. The only thing that they cover is obviously the genitalia and they'll just pixelate it, even in just normal anime. There was what is this? How to summon the demon lord or what is it?
Oh, how not to summon a demon lord.
Yeah,
Came out last season.
That was like fairly just straight up just another example of a guy going to the fantasy world.
There was one, yeah.
But
fantasy world one.
But just that one scene that just wasn't needed, and they just threw it in there.
Yeah, no, none had a lot of TNA too.
Yeah. And a lot of it's just innuendoed. And like you think something's going on, and then it's a surprise, it's something else. Like in the originals, like not anime, but just an example of something like that is like in Scooby Doo. Shaggy Scooby were obviously always high or doing something with drugs. Like their van, smoke's coming out of it and shit, and they're laughing like, "Whoa, this is great, Scoob!" And it zooms inside the van, and they're just fucking like grilling shrimp or something, and that's steam from it. It's like hidden stuff like that where you think something's going on, but it flips like something sexual is going on. And it's like, oh, okay, it was just great. Austin Powers with the shadow scene with the tent there. That's
pretty much exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is in anime.
And it becomes part of a lot of them, so it makes it really weird because like you'll be watching, you'll be sitting there like, oh wow, you know that fight was crazy, or wow, this is a pretty intense moment. I wonder what's gonna happen next. And then someone walks in, they're like, oh hey man, what's going on? And they look at the screen, and then it's just like nasty. You're like, no, I swear this isn't it. Like just a second ago, it was super tense. It was wild.
Every anime ever does a hot spring episode or beach episode.
Oh,
every
obligatory
anime.
Seven Deadly Sins, it seemed like that. And whenever I'd watch it, it was all great and everything. And then my wife would walk in, and it'd be like right when he's copying a feel.
When I was
it was like, kid, oh my god.
When I was a kid, that is the worst thing. I would be watching anime. Mom or dad walks in. My dad didn't fucking care. He'd watch anime with me. But my mom walks in. What are y'all guys watching? It's like, they literally just had a giant mech death battle 5 seconds ago, and now they're taking a shower. Okay, it's just like
they're dirty, Mom. They get sweaty in those things.
Yeah, that was Full Metal Panic, 2nd season, by the way. It's good.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
That's a great mecha.
That pissed me off.
This is what
I stopped watching it 3 episodes in. I was like, this motherfucker.
We can't spoil it. Can't spoil it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes,
Actually,
it is.
No, it's not really a spoiler.
It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it is on Netflix.
Yeah. But I guess everyone knows it except you because you don't watch anime.
I do. I've been watching.
You haven't watched it.
The guy I liked didn't get the girl. That pissed me off.
Okay.
The moment I saw it not happen, I was like, nah, fuck that. Fuck this. It looked like it was perfect, and you're gonna
Gurren Lagann is probably
me.
one of the craziest animes that still follows some sort of a plot line. Like, one of the craziest animes I watch is Fully Cooley. It's 6 episodes.
I'm going to look it up later.
It's as random as hell. The first episode is this girl in a yellow Vespa holding a guitar hits this dude in the face, and a robot comes out of his head. That's Fully Cooley.
I don't know. I still think the black guy with the huge afro who fights people.
Yeah, that's a good one. What?
With his
how
jelly
does that
friend.
work?
I don't know. He
Excel
says
Saga.
Secret.
That's another
hair
that's
and
another
like these long stringy hairs, kind of like if you're gonna think
Nose
like a
hair
stereotypical like
that's just
Chinese
superpower.
mustache. They come out and they're like whips and they like whip the shit out of people, like grab them, throw them.
Is that someone saying that?
And he's like super buff.
Yeah,
it's weird.
He also like his shoulders are orbs.
Is there a stereotype I don't know about with nose hairs and black people?
No.
Just that's his superpower.
Why that one? It could have been eyebrows or.
They had a
else.
dude who fucking farts and flies around because of it. They had a dude who looks like a ripoff of Gumby, but he's blue.
Yeah, Jelly Jiggler. That's what he's called. He's called
Jelly Jiggler.
Jelly Jiggler.
Come on, dude. These animes are getting lazy.
Man, this came out years ago. It was amazing. It got me hooked. When I saw him pick him up, he said, "Secret fist of the nose hair." Jelly Jiggler block, and he grabbed his friend and put him in the way. Caught a laser beam, put a hole straight through his chest. And they were like, damn.
A lot of the anime are going towards more pop culture references now too. Ironically, Gintama is really good at that. Where like a few years ago, when they're later, a few years ago, is when the meme was hot. Just do it. He would fucking say that in the damn anime.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's rad.
And in the Jumpstars video game, that was one of his catchphrases too.
I like that one. I have the remix of it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Let your dreams.
Don't let
I
your
listen to
dreams
this.
be mean.
Yeah. Oh no! Come on, Nate. No.
The
If
actual
Richard is
sound.
still watching, he'll say something about that.
Hey.
Don't let your memes be dreams
Yeah.
or autistic something.
Oh,
I don't know. He has a slogan. But yeah. Well, this is fun, guys. Do you have anything else, like any closing notes? Is there anything you're watching now that you suggest the audience to watch that'll probably be old by the time? they
Rise of the Shield Hero. 10 out of 10. It's amazing. But if you want something funny, nah, never mind. Rise of the Shield Hero. Watch it. It's great.
Oh, what do I watch right now? I'm watching a lot, but I just finished a bunch of. I got off of anime for a little while to watch some Punisher on Netflix. But so I'm trying to think.
People
What am I
shows.
watching?
Whoa! Don't talk trash about Punisher, okay?
Normie shows.
I just rewatched Fully Cooked.
Normie shows.
Normie shows. Everyone and their moms on Netflix binge and shit.
Dude, have you ever seen it?
Basic white bitches.
Have you ever seen Punisher on
No.
Netflix?
It's good.
I just
Yeah.
like to talk shit.
Yeah, dude. No, there's a lot of dude. You gotta admit there are some points where it gets kind of nasty. Like when he's beating people up.
Oh yeah. The
Like when
last
it took
fight,
his-
the last fight of season 1.
Well, with the glass and stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm actually like watching a bunch of older animes that I just missed when they were new, and I'm just kind of watching them fresh now when they're done. But Space Dandy,
That's funny.
it's basically each episode's its own thing. This guy, Space Dandy, he's a dandy guy in space, and he's just basically an alien hunter going around doing stupid shit.
But he's a real goofy motherfucker.
Regularly visiting this place called Boobies, which is basically like Hooters, and
I remember you telling me about that.
yes, and then but yeah, it's just a fun, like just a little whimsical thing to watch. Another one, a really good anime, which I recommend anyone to watch. I have seen it before. I'm just rewatching it again because I like it so much. Is Samurai Champloo. It's made by the creators of
Samurai Shampoo.
Champloo.
Yes, all their hairs.
Champloo. It's made by the creators of the well-known and most popular anime Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's made by them. I'm also Fairy Tail as its ending. I'm watching that.
It's been 2 years since that ended.
Yeah.
That's why I read it. I can't wait. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, the manga is finished for 2 years, but I've been watching I can't watch the sub. I've been watching the dub because I like it more. It's like Dragon Ball Z. I can't watch the sub of
Absolutely
Goku.
not. Goku sounds like a little girl. It's
yeah.
terrible.
I have to watch the dub of
This
that.
giant muscular man.
In Japan, he has like this really high voice.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
I can only watch the dub of that, but I watch everything sub dub. I don't care. It's just
I like to watch the movie.
yeah watch it rather than read it.
Yeah.
My friend, I got him really into anime a couple years ago. He's been off on the
Anyway,
down the
pilgrimage.
down the rabbit hole. but he's autistic, so he can't watch sub just because he can't read it fast enough.
Yeah.
So I get to understand like a lot for people like that. That's Preston.
No,
Yeah. So he has to actually watch it. You know, he's not autistic enough where he doesn't understand what's going on. He hits like all the key points like, oh my god, did you get all the like scientific reasoning behind all that? I was like, no, it's robots fighting each other.
yeah, he's a
like,
total movie buff. He's all about that. Actually.
Oh, yeah.
He knows
he'll tell you like the hidden meaning behind any scene.
fancy folk.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking
Might
that
have
hard.
to do a podcast.
He's in
with him.
California right
Never mind.
now.
Nah, get in the car, go to California.
No. Sorry, I can't cross that state line.
California. Yeah.
They have a song for
Well, guys, thank you for watching. This has been LunchCast. It's not a podcast. You can piss off. Thanks, Richard.
you know,
Say goodbye, guys.
I'll say the one thing in Japanese. Jana.
No.
What?
No. I'm not
See you later.
saying some weeb shit.
Okay.
God damn it.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Do.